What up, YouTube? It's your girl, Ja, Original Ja. Hey, it's Shooting the Shit Saturday, the littest living room podcast in Detroit. You already know how we coming. I got two amazing guests in the building. Like, I got beesweet to my left, even though ain't shit sweet. She looks sweet. I got my boy J Rich to my right. You know what I'm saying? My right hand mans. This is gonna be a good show. Like, comment, subscribe, and we about to get into it. It's been a minute since I've seen both of them, so I'm already excited in general. So this is just gonna be a show that y'all for real gonna have to tune into. But look, two music artists. My boy J Rich, he got a project coming out January 1st, right?
January 1st, 2022.
Yeah, but y'all go ahead and introduce yourselves. So I feel like I did the introduction, but J Rich, go ahead, bro.
Me first? Ladies first.
Alright, well.
He's flying.
Right. I go by beesweet. I'm an R&B, I'll say alternative artist. I got some music coming out in the beginning of next year. I think I might drop some at the end of this year too, just depending on when it wraps up.
My name J Rich, Sloppy Roll, all that shit, you know. All that, man. I got so many nicknames. From the east side of Detroit, got a project, Greater Intentions, dropping January 1st, 2022. Y'all can look me up on iTunes, J Rich, JAYRICH. Plug calling out right now, that's my single. Yeah, that's pretty much it for.
Oh yeah, that plug calling is hard.
Good looking.
Like,
Appreciate
that song is hard.
Appreciate that.
When I first listened to it low key, I listened to it in the morning and I had it on my speaker. I'm like, bro, this shit low key about to be my every morning. Like, I'm like, I gotta wake up in the morning to this, especially like sometimes when you wake up and somebody that already pissed you off.
Yeah.
Like, you just got that song early in the morning, and I'm not even a morning person. Like, that's just a banger for sure.
And
That's
see,
just a banger.
when I made this song, like, it really just not, it's just not no fakeness to the song. It was really like, damn, I'm really trying to go to sleep, nigga. My phone keep ringing. Like, that's
Right.
how I made that song out of realness. It's not no, I just want to sound sweet or I just want to sound hard or none of that. Like,
Yeah, you just real what you do.
yeah, that's just the
Just how
main.
you gotta be with your music.
Yeah, you gotta be real and genuine. It's cause there's a lot of artists now that's just famous just because. We didn't had a lot of one-hit wonders, like people that we heard of and just don't hear from ever again.
TikTok artists, I be calling them.
Yeah,
TikTok artists.
for real. A TikTok artist, like, yeah, and it's just like you really ain't gotta have no talent to blow up.
Yeah.
You don't have to have no talent at all.
You just gotta make something real catchy.
Some hype.
Yeah.
There don't gotta be no message to it or no feeling behind it, and it come out just because people are like, oh yeah, let's make a little dance to it.
Right.
It's us. It's us.
Yeah.
Personally, I can't make no music without no meaning to it or something behind it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta feel some type of way to make a certain song or have a certain sound or like, I can't go in the studio and just freestyle. I'm not that type of rapper. You know what I'm saying? I gotta. Sometimes it take me a month to write one verse. Real talking, bro. Like, it be like that.
I feel like it's definitely for me like how I feel in the moment, because it has been songs like I went in and freestyled and like didn't expect to, you know. But what I normally do when I go to the studios, I'll try to at least have my first verse, and I always end up finishing the whole song, whether it's freestyling it or if I'm listening to it and I like sit there and write that shit. Like, I just like going with like more idea and the feeling,
Right.
And that's like kind of how I navigate my music, because like I didn't think I was gonna be good at freestyling, but I'm actually like better at freestyling than I thought I was.
Right.
Because it's like I overthink too much when I start writing, just a little bit.
Yeah, I feel like I'm the same way. Like,
yeah,
I don't take music seriously because like photography and just like media and everything is my passion. But like, I really do feel like I'm the type of person. I gotta go all in. Like, I gotta freestyle. Like you said, sometimes writing it down be like, okay, wait, no, that shit don't sound right. Wait,
how can I do it?
Yeah, but like if I hear it that one time and I already have like the way I want it to sound in my head, I'm like, you know what, bet I'm about to go in there and do. I just pretty much say how I feel. But I know what you're saying too, because like my brother, you know, with him doing music, like
Right.
he really like he write his shit down because he really sometimes too, I just hear like that's just therapeutic for people to get their feelings off on paper.
That's what it is. Too,
like
therapeutic. Yeah, that's the word, bro.
Yeah, so I just be like, sometimes too, I be high as hell. I be like, fuck it.
Yeah, you be like that too. Like I said, it depends on your mood, what type of mood you in. You know what I'm saying? Like some songs, I just want to let all my feelings out. Like when I hear it and play it back and shit, I just be getting the chills. Like damn, this shit for real. Like this shit for real.
Yeah,
like I really meant that shit. Like for real.
Yeah, like I love listening to the beat and then I'll be like, ooh, like I start hearing melodies in my head, and I feel like I wonder how different it is for like rappers versus singers, because when I start with music, I don't hear the words first, like I hear the melody. Like when I hear music, I'm like, oh, this melody will go real sweet over that beat, or I'll listen to like an instrument in the song and be like, yeah, let me, make my voice almost mimic that instrument, and then I come up with the words based on kind of how the cadence is. Yeah, like it's just so different, like how different types of artists like build their music. Yeah, for me, it's all like I start hearing shit in my head, and it's like, all right,
that's what keeps
the words will come after that.
And you're not the first artist I heard say that. Like I just watched like a Rod Wave interview like 3 weeks ago, and he said the same exact thing. Like I go in the studio, hear the beat, get the harmony again. Like that shit sweet as hell though. Like to make a song like
that's
that.
My
I can't do it like
make
that.
Music for real.
Real talk.
And I was so scared to do that shit when I first started, because like I say when I first started making music, like music has always been like a constant in my life. Like my mom did music, like I grew up in the church listening to all different music in the choir. That was a huge influence. And then I get to school and it's like a lot of these kids, they don't go like home and then like practice at home or go, practice on the weekends or even sing during the summertime. I just noticed how much that developed my voice, like versus my peers.
Crazy,
and then when you get into choir class, they'll teach you like you can sing this, sing that. Like I'm an alto, but she got me singing soprano just because she know I can do it. Right. And that was so crazy to me. But like when I started making my own music, it's kind of like I was like really nervous about it, because like growing up in the church, I was almost scared to put my ideas like on paper, because I'm like, my mama not gonna like that. Honestly, because my mom is like the minister of music at our church. Like
so yeah, that's different.
Yeah,
my dad is. Like the minister of music.
That's crazy.
I grew up playing the drums in church.
Yeah.
I've always been in tune.
Exactly. Like I feel like when you grow up around music as a kid, like it has a totally different influence on you. Yeah. And for me, it was like my mom was a recording artist when I was a little kid. So I had days where I was in the studio with my mom. And that really, like when I first got in the studio, I was more comfortable than I thought I was gonna be, because it was almost like being back home. Like, and that was really fun for me. But I can definitely see that.
Studio. I be nervous in the studio. I be trying to tell the producer, can you take that nervousness out my voice? Like,
real talk though, like it take time to like execute that for real, like or get that down pat. Cause I've been rapping over 10 years, but like this my first year being serious. Like I started rapping, then I stopped. But I've been doing this since I was 12. You get what I'm saying? I'm 22. Well, I just turned 23 last week. I almost forgot. That's crazy.
Yeah, happy belated birthday,
bro. Good looking, bro. Good looking. You told me happy birthday actually on my birthday. Appreciate it. But so shit. Like I ain't really start knowing my sound and getting like confident in my sound until I was like 16, 17 for real. But I've been rapping since 12. Like,
cause that's probably around the time when you start taking it seriously too, right? Like where you.
Yeah, when I started branching off with my bros, like more so it was like my dad made me rap. Like at my house, on my dad's side, everybody either sing, rap, they doing something music wise. Somebody playing the drums, somebody doing something. Right. So it was like my little sister singing. And I wasn't about to be in the choir no more. Like once I got the age, like that's not what I wanted to do. He like, so you gonna rap? I'm like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't too big on it. Then that's when my dad started writing my raps on me. I got some stuff out on SoundCloud from like 2012.
That's crazy.
He wrote that.
My little brother.
Yeah, he wrote it for me. Yeah, I'm like, I don't like it though, cause it wasn't me. Like I was saying it, but it wasn't me. Like it wasn't my heart, it wasn't my feelings, it wasn't. So once I started making my own music, getting an understanding of how I want to sound and how I like it, you know what I'm saying? That's when I really started falling in love with it for real this year.
Yeah, so you said this year is when this is the year you finally was like, this is something I literally want to do for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Like, is there anything else like besides music? Like say if music doesn't like work out for you, do you have anything else that you?
I really just want to be a vessel to my peoples, you know what I'm saying? Like, as much as I can be, like, let everybody know it's bigger than just you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's real shit.
I got a big family, bro. I got like 35 cousins, like first cousins. You know what I'm saying? Like my grandma had 9 kids. You know what I'm saying? And all her kids had a lot of kids.
Find out we cousins.
Girl. But for real though, like
right. So I say y'all parents are both
right.
Yeah, no, it's so crazy.
My granny had 8 kids.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so I got a whole bunch of siblings.
Maybe a connection, low key.
Who even knows? Like, it's so many people in my family I ain't met still, but most of them live out of state. I feel like I met most of my in-state family. But like, I have so much family. Whoever coming here next time.
But yeah, but I just feel like Detroit is just sensitive as fuck. Sorry, I love my city, but like everybody too emotional for me. Like either it's the lack of emotion or people are really just too emotional. Like it's just people take shit to offense way too much. It don't even be like that. They, like people in our city just take shit way too personal. It's always a personal thing. Like bro, it ain't even like that. Like, but I mean somehow nigga gonna find a way not to fuck with you. It's like once they don't fuck with you, that's rip. Like nigga, it's just stupid to me because I be feeling like even when I go places, niggas can't even be in the same building no more.
Yeah.
Like damn nigga, we can't even act cordial. Like alright, we had a little beef or we had a little argument or whatever a couple months ago, a couple weeks ago. Not I mean when I know you at a venue, I can't go to a venue, or when I know you at this place, I can go to this. Like it's that deep. Like it just be like I don't feel like shit be that deep for real. Like we can't even be in the same city. Like that shit is not that deep to me.
One thing you gotta learn as a human being, just in general, you gotta learn to forgive, bro. Simple as that, bro.
That should tear you up inside.
Yeah, it is. It tears a lot of people up inside, like especially the men, because men already I feel like don't know how to deal with their emotions. And I'm pretty sure you can speak on that more, because it's like I feel like dudes just feel like they can't show emotions at all. Like, do you feel like that? Like,
oh yeah, for sure, but like, that's what kind of made me want to rap. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with wearing your emotions on your sleeve, bro. You a man at the end of the day. Can't nobody take that from you. No cap, like real shit. If you standing on what you stand on, being a father to your kid, you know what I'm saying? Being a good man of God, bro. Trying to do right. That's it, bro. If you stay out the way, like niggas be too in the way, be wanting to be in the middle of everything, you know what I'm saying? And you can't be like that. And that's when like shit catch up with you, you know what I'm saying? Or being sons dishing everybody and their mama and shit, and don't think what's the word? No action come behind that. You know what I'm saying?
Like, you ever made this song before?
Hell no, I don't diss niggas. That ain't me. You would never hear Jay Rich, Sloppy Roll, NST, none of my niggas dissing no niggas. Cause we don't do that. Ain't no.
That mean that's just real shit. That mean you don't even put that much energy into it.
Yeah, for sure.
Cause you can't put them. I feel like you can't put that much negative energy out there, cause then that's what you gonna get. And people be wondering, man, niggas always be out for me. Do you always feel like niggas out for you?
Right.
Like that's why niggas be having all them people coming after them, cause when they see niggas, they be like, this nigga on bullshit. Now you done looked at that nigga crazy. And you like, what the fuck that nigga on? Yeah. And you are making that, like, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. You just spoke that into existence. Now it's happening. Just because you felt like it was gonna happen. And like, that's something I'm really big about. Like, I hate when like people say like negative stuff, or when I feel like you thinking a lot of negative stuff. It's like, don't bring all that negativity over here. Right. Because like I don't want that type of energy around me. And you shouldn't want that type of energy around you anyway. Because if you always expected something bad to happen, like you'll notice people who always like expecting the next bad thing. They always got something happening to them. Why is something happening to you every day? Like what the hell?
Yeah. Like
we live in the same city. Why is shit happening to you every day?
Right.
Like shit don't even be like this out here. Like I go to work and come home every day, but what are you putting out there? What kind of energy are you putting out there? Like
you gotta stay away from them type niggas, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Females too.
Yeah, it's the females too.
Anybody can bring that type of energy.
A lot of demons working out, bro.
Yeah.
I can't believe it's really people out here like dead ass like praying on people's downfalls. Like is real life people praying to God that something bad happens to them or that they.
You can't be praying to God for no shit like that. You praying to somebody else.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah.
Like, oh, I hope this happened to this person and go through this and so much happened to their heart and then they just be so hurt.
That's just hate.
You gotta
and people need to realize they gotta get that hate out their heart. Whatever you got going on, all you doing is just carrying it with you and transferring it to other people.
Yeah, you gotta forgive, but don't forget. Don't be a dummy. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta learn to forgive that shit sooner or later.
And then if you don't learn your lesson the first time, it's gonna keep happening. Like that's definitely how the universe works. Like people like this same thing keep happening. Like, well, have you learned? Like a girl who said that every time she in a relationship, the same series of events happen. Then have you learned not to mess with people who put you in that position? Or have you learned what you need to change by yourself to keep that from happening? Like, usually when bad things continue to happen, it's because it's something you're supposed to be learning out of that experience that you're not paying attention to. Like, that's the only reason that something would continue to happen over and over. I feel like something bad.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and I see it all the time in people like, and it's like when you an outside person and you can recognize what you're doing wrong, you can't even tell that person because that's part of their like spiritual journey. Almost, you can't try to open their eyes to what they doing wrong. You gotta just hope that they see it themselves because you can tell them all you want to, but if they don't come to that conclusion themselves, they're not gonna act on it. Nothing's gonna happen. No change is gonna happen. They just gonna be mad at you,
right?
Because you didn't tell them something they want to hear.
Right. Communication is not everything. It's comprehension.
Yeah. Like people really, that shit is from inside. Like I can tell you how I feel all day. And what I think and this, that, and the third. But if you're not coming to that realization yourself and figuring out what you need to do to change it or what makes you feel better, then you're going to either look for it in the wrong place, like you're going to be using vices.
Or just think you know it all anyway.
Or you're not going to be happy.
Yep.
And it's like people just need to realize like they need to be happy with themselves first. They need to pay attention to the energy they're putting out there. And they need to pay attention to the lessons that's being like thrown at them. They gonna come.
Because we all are in this life experience. We are all in this experience together. You know what I'm saying? The whole point of life is nothing but just an experience. So take everything that you go through as just like you said, a lesson. It's an experience. It's a moment. It's something that's supposed to mean something to you. Everything that you go through in life is supposed to have a meaning towards it, not something that's just you living nonchalant. Oh well, you know, well shit, it don't matter. So I'ma just wake up tomorrow and fuck it. Like no
regrets.
Yeah, like just people need to really just be aware. They need to raise their level of awareness. Like just be aware and like in the first episode we said like just educate yourself. Like people really just need to start educating themselves. So you actually really know what you're talking about. Don't be out here just saying anything because you think that's what you know. Sometimes just shut the fuck up and listen.
There's
like
so much to be learned.
Yeah.
So much to be learned.
Like I'm learning shit from y'all. Like I'm not even gonna sit here like I know it all. Cause like, but we got the big boy.
I was looking at this. Is so cute.
Yeah, like.
But I got a question for y'all.
Yeah.
Have y'all ever tried shrooms?
No, I want to though. I want to.
Have you ever tried shrooms?
Yeah.
Did you have a good or a bad experience?
It was a good experience. I ain't gonna lie.
I be hearing people say they be having bad experience, so then it freaks me out, and I be like, yeah, fuck no.
Well, look, see what I learned about shrooms.
I ain't about to be done with butt naked.
Cause look, I was scared to have a bad experience. That's why I didn't try them before I did. I tried them last year.
Like,
yeah, you gotta be comfortable somewhere. But it's also if you're the type of person where you regularly have like invading thoughts that are negative. Like if you regularly think about shit and it's like it stresses you out and you can't control it, don't do shrooms. Because you're gonna get caught in whatever loop of whatever thought that is. And you don't want to get caught in like a thought loop. Because that's exactly what happens when you have a bad trip. You keep creating bad paths in your brain.
Though, like it's about you.
Yeah.
Like when you take it, how you is before you eat. Like before you take the shit.
Who you around.
You know what I'm saying? Because I only did that shit like twice. You know what I'm saying? Then I was kind of scared, so I'm like, shit, you got to take this bitch with you type shit. Like, come on, we about to take this bitch together, nigga, type shit. Like,
Is it okay? Well, now that you say like thoughts, is it just me like to be 100? Like, do y'all be having like death thoughts?
I do, but
like, cause I do all the time. But I be like, bro, is that shit normal?
See, look,
or is it not?
This is what I learned. Them thoughts are normal. It's how far you let it go.
Right.
Because one thing I had to learn to do myself, because I had that anxiety, is when I start like thinking something that I feel like is something that could cause me anxiety, like, all right, that is something that like gonna freak me out, like thinking about shit that I don't need to be thinking about. Because I was watching the documentary a couple days ago, and they said that all anxiety is like basically seeing the future and expecting what's gonna happen in the future.
Right.
Like when you start thinking negative thoughts about the future, that's where that anxiety comes from. As long as you can still have thought, it's natural to have thoughts pop into your brain, but
right.
it's whether you like indulge it or not. I feel like that's also like what makes the difference between somebody being like a murderer and somebody not. Is like you
right.
giving into that thought, like really like entertaining it in your own head, because you're the only person who can control it.
True.
And it's like it's so easy to let like a stray thought run away, and now you in the middle of an anxiety attack. Like that's what used to happen to me a lot when I was younger, because like I remember just being up at night like worried about like shit I shouldn't be worried about as a kid, like what's gonna happen to me when I die. That was something that kept me up a lot.
Bro, all the time.
Going into my parents' room crying like I don't know what I'm uncertain, I'm scared. I don't have answers. I need answers now. Like that's really where that shit started for me. But I had to learn not to have faith in positive things happening. And like honestly, I did a lot of research into spirituality. Like when I got older, it was always something that was on my mind. I always research stuff. That's just the type of person I am. And like I found a lot of things that just made me a lot more confident in the fact that I'm going to be okay.
Right.
But it's also the fact that I can't let my mind go there. I can't let it go there, because if I know that that's something that's going to mentally affect me, I can't let it go there. And having that type of mental self-control is what keeps people in check when they do shrooms. That's what helps you from having like a bad attack. Like I did shrooms with a friend of mine, and we were good until like there was like a speaker in the room, and the speaker died. And like as soon as the speaker died, like all lights turned off because all lights was coming from the speaker, and she just literally like just started like freaking out.
What?
She walked into like, no, please, and she started crying. And I was just like, I could tell that she like almost like, bro, look, but it's at the time, and it was like, this is the thing about me. We both doing shrooms, and when I do shrooms, I don't know, I have like a higher understanding of other people's feelings. Like I'm a very empathetic person, and in that moment, I knew that she wasn't crying because of the speaker. Like that speaker like symbolized like everybody she lost in that moment, you know. And it was like I could just see her freaking out about it. And I'm like, shit, no, because I could tell she was about to like go into like a really bad thought loop. And I was just like, I turned all the lights on, and I'm like, look at this cat video. It's so cute.
Well, I know I'm just gonna do shrooms with you.
I'm a good person.
It just seems like
because I be like, it's so crazy. Like I've done shrooms quite a few times now. It's like every time I do shrooms with somebody, it's almost like as soon as they experience an emotion, I'm like, oh, I feel you.
So what is y'all take? What are y'all take on the government?
Oh my god.
Woo. Depending on how much we say.
We can't say too much. We can't say too much.
All I know is at the end of the day, because I was having a conversation with some old friends a while back, and I was telling them, because we was talking about, because they was talking about, you know, they just don't understand, like, why as black people, why we all come together, we'll be able to rule the world and shit like that. And I'm not saying that we can't, 'cause I believe we can. We are very smart individuals, like way too smart. I believe that we are way smarter than, you know, like literally, like we are smart as hell. Like, you know, before, you know, like we had like these princesses and prince and all this shit, like black people, like we are literally like kings, we're gods, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like with us being kings and queens and gods and stuff like that, like we are very powerful. It's just like you said, you know, we was just broken and we are cursed. I really think we are cursed. It's bad.
I feel like it's deeper than a curse, because it's like it's an intentional putting down. Like we're being pushed down. It's not like this is something that like we can spiritually fight. Like it's deeper than that. And it's like they got us in every angle. You know, from like basically womb to tomb. Like they got us from every angle, and it's so little we can do about it.
Yeah, and that's why I was like, what I'm going to say is that I think at this point, I don't think that we won't be able to rule the world, but the government itself is like, I ain't even trying to be funny, it's so much shit that we don't know Like there's so many secret governments and secret organizations and people that we don't even know the identity of.
Even the organizations we know that we
know. Like it's that shit's scary. Like I don't even
blind to so much, but it's like it's right in front of us. That's the scary part. Is that they blinded us by showing us the shit every day, so we don't care anymore.
And then the fact that they monitor us 24/7. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even our activists,
they about to start monitoring anything over 600 on Vimo and shit like that. Like what?
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like we are now in this system, and the thing about it is that we are so deep into this system. It's like, what can we do?
We can't even see where the shit started in.
Yeah, they're monitoring our TVs, they're monitoring our phones, they're monitoring our laptops. They have our social security number. They know where we stay. They got people that watch us. They got people that's monitoring YouTube. They have people everywhere. So it's like at this point, we don't even know how to move. And I think that's why, like, even for like most of our like black activists that keep, you know, coming up and getting killed. We can't even have just our small organizations because they find out we don't have a voice no more. They take that away from us. If we go on Twitter, Twitter is technically their website. It's the government's website. They own that. We can't even go on Twitter and find other people to communicate and connect with because they control all that shit. They control all the apps. They control everybody's shit. So even for us to get out there and to talk to people and try to maybe become stronger and I feel like with black people, we don't even want to rule the world. We just want to be equal. So it's like even though we know that this world is ours just as much as it's theirs, we not even fighting for that no more. Like we literally just want to be equal. The same shit that y'all get, we get. Boom. You know what I'm saying? The same killing y'all do, shit. If y'all want to do it, at least let us do it. You know what I'm saying? If a cop kill us, let us kill a cop, and we don't go to jail. Let it be equal shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but that shit is not gonna happen because now we just in too deep. Like
it's
centuries. They want to say it's equality. It'll never be equality. It's just not made like that. It's not set up like that.
Yeah, somebody always gotta be at the bottom. But honestly, it's just so much. Like it's so much to that, especially with the government, because they hide everything. Like we can't really even know. Like there's so much we don't know, like you said. But on top of that, even like the shit we do know, it's not a lot we can do about it. Like not even a year ago, or maybe it was more than a year ago. Time be flying nowadays. But they were talking about like an act that was passed like for like internet. Basically, our internets aren't like secure anymore. I don't know if y'all remember that. It was like they passed a law basically saying that they can access whatever they want to now, and like nobody really cared. Like it just kind of happened. And there was another law that was passed that was like, the Patriot Act was passed like after 9/11, which basically said like anybody that they think is a terrorist, they can go in and like look at all their shit, like tap their phones, whatever the fuck they want to do, because Patriot, you know, protecting the world or protecting America. They have an act now that's like that, but it's specifically for black activists, where they can go and they can tap black activists' phones and they can like go through all their shit legally. They can basically like go through all of their shit. And they passed that law not too long ago too. Nobody said nothing about it. Like that was when I was in college. And it was like shit like this happens all the time. Exactly. And exactly. Those are the people that they target though. Like they target the people who are trying to make changes in communities that they feel like are a threat. And like they said this, and like it's just like we numb to the shit because nobody even like we don't talk about this no more. And it's like they distract us with everything else. It's like even if we do talk about it, it's gonna be another bitch twerking on Facebook. So like it's gonna get drowned. Like it's fucking Nicki Minaj gonna be on the news or somebody, you know. And that's not throwing any shade towards them, but it's just like they purposely use stuff that they know is gonna attract us to distract us from the shit we need to know.
Right.
You feel me? Like, and that's just the crazy part about it. Like, they'll be talking about some celebrity here. I mean, it's just as bad.
Yeah.
Especially now. Like, they passing laws to, like, in Texas and southern states to literally just, like, erase black history. They don't even have to teach it anymore. They don't have to teach about slavery or any of the important shit. And that's so hurtful.
I'm surprised they even gave us a Juneteenth. But they only be doing certain shit just to shut us up.
Exactly.
Okay, let's just give them this. Mm-hmm. All right, we gave them a month. But we still gonna keep killing these black people. But we gave y'all a month though.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck
They
is
see
that?
our
We like,
passengers.
when we gave y'all a holiday, you know, that don't mean shit. Like, niggas be wanting justice. Just because y'all made shit Juneteenth and we can publicly, celebrate, you know what I'm saying, our ancestors and stuff like that. But, like, y'all should be doing that anyway.
Yeah.
We built this country.
Yeah.
The United States wouldn't be shit without us.
Yeah, and like that's the craziest part. But they worked on desensitizing us to the shit before it even started happening. Like, you know, like, and it never. This is the thing. This has always been happening. This has never stopped happening. But it's like now we have more access to see it. You know, that's really all it is. And even before that, like, we knew this shit happened. Like, man, in civil rights era, like, they kidnapping people. Like, they was just blatantly hanging people up. So it's not like this is something that's new and that we didn't know about. This is what they've been doing to us for years. It's just like now we trying to do something about it. We're trying to do something about it. But it's like this ain't never stopped. Like, ever since they came and enslaved us, they've been like pushing us down, doing everything they can. Like,
because they know what we capable of.
Yeah, they stripped us of our identity, our religions, our cultures, our families. Like, they took entire families away. They took damn near every black man out of Africa. It's all women and children there. How are they going to defend themselves from you taking their resources?
Right, yeah.
And now Africa is empty because y'all stole everything. Like, and y'all wonder why Africa is in poverty now, because y'all literally went and stole all the men, so all the gold, anything that they could have used to trade to make more money or to make themselves stable again. You came and took it, and then you killed
all
everybody.
the shit that we built, and then they claim it as their own. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. That's because the white people, they have the money. We don't have the money, but like you said, we have the resources, we have the goods, we are the brains behind the operation. But since they have the power, okay, we can buy it and we can make it as our own because they can't buy it back. Like, and not only can we not buy it back, we not gonna fight for it either because we be damn near outnumbered.
Yeah.
Like, they can just call an army. The fuck it. Like, kill all these motherfuckers. And that's what I was trying to explain. I was having a conversation, like, my one boy, we was talking about, like, he was saying that the people that, you know, raided the White House, like, how
that shit was crazy.
And he was like, he was like, what did he say? He was like, I mean, I can't even remember. I'm blown. I be having a thought. But no, like, we were just talking about the White House, like how all that went down, and you know what I'm saying? I believe that shit was a setup.
Yeah, you know, they
setup.
sued Trump for that, basically. Like, he went to court and everything because they're basically saying, you being on Twitter and inciting all this violence made all these people.
I believe that was a huge setup. I believe those some people of the government or something to try to make some type of reaction, because ain't no way in hell that whole White House is, bro, the White House is guarded in the motherfucker.
24/7.
Like,
they got guards up in that bitch. They could have killed everybody.
It was definitely planned. Like,
they could have
have an inside man, because ain't no way all them people getting into White House.
And then they stealing, bro. They stealing papers.
They in the White. They in the Oval Office on the.
They taking motherfuckers' laptops. How is that possible? How can you take one of the Congress or whoever the hell it was? How can you take documentation off the table?
They just let them niggas in there and let them run wild. But they didn't
let them run wild. That's my thing.
They didn't stop.
Yeah, well, okay, it's just too much. We just gonna let them go. No, the White House has a whole army.
Let there have been black people.
Right, we would have been dead. It would have been 250
they
black people
just
dead.
The whole White House at that
in front of the White House.
It was 250 people.
It was
no. I'm just saying.
I think it was more than a lot. It was a lot. Basically, like, the whole protest they had went straight. It was a lot. That's what I'm saying. All the niggas was in there. They was fucking shit up. Like, only like one person got shot.
We talked about some good shit. I'm sorry I'm over here looking like Soul Train. I had a hair appointment, but I ran out of time, so I had to do what it do. Do what it do. Do what it do.
That's why I like my shit.
Bro, I want to like my hair, but I feel like I fuck around with my hair too much. Like, I want to know. Maybe next year.
That's how I felt, and then I locked it, and I was like, okay, I can still do shit. Hey, it's not what I thought. Like
Yeah.
I be putting like
I feel like
braids in
when
my
it get
hair,
long,
like,
yeah.
over it. Like I be doing like twists. I just had like some faux locks.
Oh, okay.
Like, you know, you can do a lot of shit. I be doing like braids.
I feel like I'll just be like, yeah, this one hairstyle forever.
Get them there.
But now you gonna cut it when you get in a certain length?
I don't want to cut it. I plan on, like, if anything, I'll brush them out. Like, cause you can do that. It takes a long time. But like, cause I brushed out some of the ends of my locks just because I wanted them to be curly. Oh, they put it up now, but yeah, like you can. Oh, here go one. Just a little curly at the end. So like you can like comb them out. Like I know a lot of people who like sat there and it take like a week, but they didn't combed out their locks they didn't have for like 10, 12 years, and just go back to natural curly hair. So whenever I do decide, like I want to go back to whatever. I don't never plan on cutting them. I just want to comb them out if anything.
Right.
Damn, and nigga come cut. Like you gonna have to cut all that shit off. Like,
You only gotta cut the ends for real, and then like as long as you keep your hair healthy, you should be straight.
so if your shit dead, then
Yeah, then you got a problem. Then you got a problem anyway, cause you wasn't taking care of your shit. You probably gotta go. Like I've always been like a hair care person. Like I do hair. Like I know like I make my own hair products for my hair.
Okay.
Like you just gotta know how to care for your hair.
Right.
And it's like if you have loose natural hair and you don't take care of it, you don't have to cut that shit off. It's really just all about how you care for your shit. Like if you want your hair to grow, you gotta take care of it. Like, and my hair has been growing, so I know it's healthy because it's grown a lot since I got my locks in. So I think it'll be alright. Whenever I decide, or if I decide to brush them out.
I be having, I don't know. Like, I be having my moments. Sometimes I care for it real good for like a couple months, and then I get lazy.
Yeah.
Then my hair be like, girl, and then I be like, chill.
That's how I was. But I used to do my hair like, it just used to be too much because I want my hair to look cute. So I'm doing my hair damn near every day. Just doing different styles. Like, because I know how to braid and shit. That shit take a lot of time out of your day.
Right.
And especially if you're trying to do something like put braids in.
Right.
That's a whole damn near 2-3 day process. So I was like, I'm gonna just lock my hair. Let it do what it do. I waited till it got long enough to where I wanted to lock it. Let the vision do.
So, with y'all both doing music, what's what has been your favorite song of 2021?
Dropped by other artists or ourselves?
Huh?
Like dropped by other artists? Or like
Oh, yeah.
songs
Like favorite song in general this year, like of 2021. I have to say, like, well, it's kind of hard.
I'm so bad at being current on music.
I feel like Roddy Ricch Late at Night has started to be my favorite song of the year because it's just, I don't know, that's just like my favorite song. Like I can listen to that song over and over and over and over and over. But I had another song in mind. I can't remember. It's just been so much music that has dropped.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like, there's been a lot
what
of
do I
music.
listen to? I listen to so much music.
What you got in mind?
I'm trying to see.
Look, that's why I'm like, I still don't know where my phone at.
Yeah. It's been so much music though. It's like,
let me think.
at first I was like Drake was
this
next
song,
was my favorite song of 2021. But then I'm like,
song of 2021. You just gotta get me straight turned up for real.
That's hard for me because I listen to a lot of old music.
I listen to.
oh yeah.
And I feel like I've never discovered music when it come out.
I'm a
Just
Detroit.
discover
I'm
shit.
just a Detroit nigga at heart, just in general. Like that's what I want to listen to 9 times out of 10. Like I like the industry, but I don't know, bro. It's kind of I don't know, bro.
I feel it. It's
They all sound about the same.
they all sound about the
They
same.
all sound about the
Real Detroit is industry now, so that's good. That's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? So
But we got our own sound.
it's still
Yeah.
niggas trying to jock our style for sure.
Oh yeah, Detroit. I feel like Detroit though.
Who is my favorite song for 2021, bro?
Detroit been getting on top. Just like just remember. Oh, here you go.
I've been looking for this shit. Let me see. Oh, you know what song that I know is real? I love it when you feeling on me. Look at my eyes.
Oh yeah.
That's what T.I. son.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
T.I. son. It's crazy because I did hear that song, but I ain't even know that was him.
I didn't know until my boyfriend was like, yeah, this T.I. son. I'm like, oh for real? What?
The crazy
T.I.
kid. Which one? The wild one? The wild shot? What they
I don't know. Look, I just heard the song and I was like, this shit hard.
I can't even tell you, dog. Like, I just fuck with so many niggas, dog. Like, I couldn't tell you. I don't got one song. Probably on some honey shit like that. Just I never get tired of on some shit like it's Broadway, What's Love.
Okay.
Yeah, that shit hard.
So whenever y'all blow up, how much do y'all think y'all charge for a feature? Like what's gonna be our price?
I don't know because like I feel like it depends on who the features were. One, I feel like it depends on how long that feature is.
Yeah.
Like if you want me to do like a verse and then do a chorus and then that's gonna be like extra. If you want to do a video, I feel like it really depends like on how much work they want you to put into it. Cause like I've done a couple features before. But since I'm like a newer artist, I more so did them like to get on their songs, so I only did them for like 200.
Right. Okay.
But that was just like that's what I started at, so
right.
It's really up for me. I don't know.
yeah.
It really depends. Like I had to see.
Me, I'm gonna be in a different type of baggage. Like I don't know. I probably won't even charge for it. Like I really don't want to do too many songs with niggas just cause like. Too many niggas just like, I don't really fuck with niggas that be, I'm on demon time and all my niggas like, oh yeah, I ain't linking up with niggas. Come on, I'm straight. I don't need that bad energy around me. My niggas, we good. So that's what I'm on. Like it'd be like a select few artists that I like personally. Like, hey bro, like that type of shit. But I really ain't too pressed to work with no niggas.
It's definitely some artists I want to collab with. Like one day, but like they gonna have this artists that like don't even make music. Like I want Frank Ocean to come out the woodwork for me. Like I definitely want to make a song.
He definitely need to come out with some new music.
And like I like artists with that type of vibe. Like I would love to make a song with Janelle Keough. Maybe Summer Walker. I don't know what she doing. She has.
She got an album coming out. She just came out with a song.
Well, shoot, we her gonna do a little,
She just came out with a song featuring JT.
What?
Yeah.
I don't see. I be behind on music, bro.
Yeah.
Like I just found out about this shit, and I'm sure
Yeah,
I'm
be
into
like
that shit.
my nigga Peasy at the back end, and then shit, Babyface right.
Oh yeah, Babyface right in mine. Besides, everybody know my number one rapper in Detroit is Saturday. I love Saturday. Like I love that nigga like to a T. But yeah, Babyface Ray is my second for sure.
And then I say, shit. I don't know. Oh, my fault. Like, industry-wise, like, I don't know. Industry, it'll be right, like, Lil Baby.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't be knowing what he be saying.
Yeah.
See, if he rapping too fast, like, I don't know niggas to give me no drop verse either. That's what I'm saying. I ain't need to press to work with niggas, like, that's another thing, too. Like, just don't put anything on my shit.
I feel like the same. It's kind of different with like rappers versus singers, cause I be wanting to hear how my voice sound in a harmony with like another artist. Like I be feeling like that shit would be so dope. Right. Cause like when I do like rap collabs, like I enjoy doing them, but it's not the same. Cause it's not like you gonna harmonize with me or I can do the riff that you just did. Cause you ain't do shit.
Right.
It's like a totally different vibe. Like I was just Drama has an album where he was like talking about a collab. Him and Erykah Badu did a collab on that song. He was just like it's like a merge between like two minds, like to make a message, like to create a vibe.
Yeah.
So I was like
the connection.
Exactly. Especially with like when you singing, because y'all gotta really like damn near hear each other's like frequencies. Like you do. You have to really like almost anticipate what that person is gonna say next.
Right.
Yeah,
that's true. That's true. So,
it'll be right with it.
You be on the song Raw Way?
Yeah, I do a song right.
Yeah, I
hop
can
in
hear
the
that.
harmonizing bag on. When this shit over, I'm gonna let you hear like 2 or 3 songs on the tape. That's it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna play some shit too. I feel like you ain't heard none of
I got some little shit, but
yeah, we playing all that shit. Listen to
dog, facts. Look, this is probably one of my favorite episodes on this podcast. Like, the vibes is so good right now. Natural vibes too. Like, this was just a good podcast. Like, I'm glad that both of y'all came. Like, and
yeah, thank you for having us.
so like, what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna have them back again soon. Like, we gonna probably do some challenges on here, something. But they definitely gonna be back. Like, they gonna be back for another episode for sure. They tuned in to Shooting the Shit Saturdays. We shot the shits, shooting the shits, shit the shits. No, I'm just kidding. But look, hey, they came to the Latest Living Room podcast in Detroit. So y'all like, comment, subscribe again. Tell a friend. And man, just one love. You already know how we do it on Shooting the Shits. Follow everybody's social media. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know mine's always right here. Mine's always right here. But follow them on social media. Follow their music. Follow everything they got going on, man. Cause these people, like, they gonna be huge soon. We gonna come up together. Everybody that y'all gonna see on this show, we all gonna be up together in the next couple years. Not even. I'll give it another year. We up. For real. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Deuces. We out of here.